Hi Virgo, this reading could resonate with anyone who has Virgo in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I will be representing Virgo, so cross-watchers are welcome, but I will be representing Virgo in this reading, and I may be biased towards Virgo. So let's go ahead and get the cards activated into the energy of Virgo. Looking at the sign of Virgo now. Sign of Virgo. Virgo energy. All right, my friends. Let's look at the general forecast. We'll also look at money and love after this. All right, looking at the general forecast for Virgo. What was this? Oh, we have the Nine of Pentacles trying to come out. Nine of Pentacles. We're starting off with the Empress energy. Empress energy here. Let's look at what's around you. What's around you for the month? What is around Virgo for the month? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. And how will Virgo end the month? How will Virgo end the month? Eight of Wands. Very nice. Let's look at Virgo's frequency for the first half of the month. Frequency for the first half of the month. Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. And let's look at the second half of the month. Frequency for the second half of the month. Tower energy. Ooh, something exciting happening here. This is your energy, full of electricity, full of energy. Could be a quick change here. We have the Tower and the Eight of Wands. Let's go ahead and clarify the Tower energy. It's interesting that it's connected to the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is, for me, the Eight of Wands is something exciting. It's full of going back and forth and rushing here and there and talking to that person, talking to this person. There's something going on. That kind of energy. Let's go ahead and clarify the Tower. Tell us more about this Tower energy. Tell us more about this Tower energy. Five of Cups. Connected in with the Five of Cups. Connected in with the Three of Swords. All right. Let's go ahead and look at the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands energy. Eight of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Let's pull another card. Ace of Cups tried to come out. Ten of Wands. Wow. Okay, Virgo, let's go ahead and get right into this energy. You're coming into the month in the Empress energy. This is a strong feminine energy, connected in with love, connected in with caretaking. It's also about knowing the truth of situations, knowing how to see situations. When we've had children, when we have brought a creation onto the earth, and we have nurtured it. We can see things in it, right? We understand, just like our children, we understand the good things about our children. We understand the hard things about our children. That's the Empress energy. It is an understanding about life, understanding about creations, that they can be created, and there's always pros and cons to things. So there's a strong energy connected in here with the Empress. What does the Empress have to say? What is the focus of the Empress? What is we have you in the Nine of Pentacles energy, so there's a lot of independence here. There could be some wealth coming in. You could be connecting in with new wealth in the very first part of the month. Let's see what the focus is of the Empress. What is the focus of the Empress? This is the Virgo energy that we have. This is a group of people coming in starting the month. This is a group of Virgo people in this kind of energy. It's interesting that I'm clarifying something I've already said. So there might be something that you're summarizing here, or you're coming to an understanding about. Let's see. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is an ability that we have to really enjoy our lives, to really be strong in our beliefs and strong in our confidences. There's something here that is very strong with the Empress energy, strong with Virgo energy. And there does come an enjoyment of life. Let me put her here so you can see her. There is an enjoyment of life. There is a sometimes the Queen of Wands can be in her own bubble, right? Because she's really enjoying that space. She's radiating out her energy. She's found victory in that space. She's harnessed the fire within her, and she really is very empowered and beautiful and charismatic, the energy that we feel here. So I feel a very strong energy with Virgo, a very strong, deep frequency that I'm feeling here as you're entering the month. And it does come with enjoyment, but it comes with a realization that you have been through hard things, and this enjoyment that's coming to you in this time is because of the hardships that you've been through. You've managed to get through. You've managed to make it, right? You've managed to enjoy. It does come with this. It is a tough energy, but it's an energy of enjoyment, an energy of beauty within that as well. So that's a frequency that we have here for this group of Virgo people. Now, for the first half of the month, you're in this Nine of Pentacles. So there is enjoyment of your money, enjoyment of money. You could be receiving some money. You could be inheriting something. You could be receiving a bonus check. You could be receiving some extra cash. But whatever you're doing it because of your own integrity, of your own inner strength, of your own ability to reach for more, to make these kinds of decisions for yourself that are strong for you financially. So I feel, Virgo, for the first part of this month, you're in a very strong frequency of understanding your pursuits, of enjoying your pursuits. And I feel for many of you of enjoying some sort of financial reward or the reward of having financial security. So you're in this strong place at the beginning of the month. Now around you, I do feel like people are watching. There's something that people are watching for. People are watching something. I feel like they're watching something that's happening. What is this watching energy? This is going on around you. There could be a young person around you who's learning. There could be a younger air sign around you, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Tell us more about this Page of Swords. Could be a young child around you. Tell us more about this Page of Swords. Tell us more about the Page of Swords. King of Swords. Ooh, realizations. Realizations. Connected in with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini type of personality. This connects into intelligence, decision-making, coming to a realization like, oh, I get it. It's like, I get it. I understand now. But there is an effort, or there is could be a young child too that's coming into his or her own understanding of what happened, what is happening, and it's connected in with the King of Swords. So whoever is in this place of watchfulness, I think that they are focused on their future. They're focused on finding and understanding. I feel like this person that's around you, or the situation around you, is planning to make some changes, or planning to move forward with something that they are learning about, that they could be making decisions about. And I do think it has to do with the future. It could come, they could have very unique qualities, this person or this group. And I feel like this energy is younger, because we have the energy for many of you is a younger energy. There is someone around you, I feel, that is about to do something different, or about to do something new, or is about to make a big decision. Okay, somebody is about to make a big decision about something, and they're in the learning process. They're watching, they're learning, they're identifying what is interesting to them, or they're identifying the problem of something. But ultimately, we have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords really does look at the reality. He assesses the truth of a situation. He designs improvement into the future. And he's not afraid to make the tough choice. The King of Swords is the judge, right? He's the judge. He's not afraid to make the tough choice. He can see the truth in it. He can see the truth in a situation. So while this energy is young, a young energy, it does connect in with a king. It does connect in with a strong masculine sense of self, whether it's a female or a male. There's somebody here in a deciding position, working on firming up a decision about something. Now, Virgo, as you move through the month, you're moving into the Tower energy. There's something here that really does, I think it surprises you. I think it is hard for you to understand. I think that it is also energizing. I think it's also energizing. Now the energy has changed. It completely changed. My ears, the energy in my ears changed. I feel like, Virgo, that you're realizing that something has been too hard. That's what it feels like. It's like you're seeing now. You're seeing now. There could even be a conversation that you're having about something might have been too hard. Something might have been too hard. I think there's something here. 5 of Cups is connected to the Tower with a 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is like heartbreak, anxiety, suffering. And the 5 of Cups is finding a way forward after some sort of a loss. Okay, so there's something that has happened, and it feels to me like it could be a catastrophic event, but really I don't see that. I see more as a realization or a conversation that takes place that clears something up. And it could be somewhat of a surprise. It could really be, it could really help you to understand something. It brings it into a clear point. It brings it in. Somebody around you could have seen something that you had not understood. Because when we're in the Queen of Wands energy, it is a really good place to be. And I wouldn't want anyone to move away from the Queen of Wands energy. It's very beautiful to be in this place. Sometimes when we're in the Queen of Wands energy, we have a hard time really understanding another perspective because we're so bold. We're so bold and empowered in our own journey that sometimes, especially the energy of air, sometimes air can really, if there's not enough air, it can really harness a fire. If there's too much air, it could really make the fire go a lot. So there's something with words here. I feel like there's a conversation. I feel like there's some sort of a conversation, something that you might not have seen before, something that you might not have understood. Now there is a way forward. It's almost like a moment of like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. I had no idea. I didn't see it this way before. Because the King of Swords can see some very interesting things. He really can. He can really dig into the truth of a situation. He can dig in and he's not afraid to see the truth. Now, you're a truth seeker too, Virgo. So that's the thing. I think when this information comes in or this clarity is here, I think it does like energize you. It could even help you to understand someone else. Like it could help you understand the trials that you have been through. It could help you understand someone else's situation. But I do feel like it's clarifying something. That's what it feels like to me. Because as you move forward into the end of the month, you do have the 8 of Wands here, which 8 of Wands is a good energy. The 8 of Wands is a good energy. What's propelling the 8 of Wands? What is causing you to be in the 8 of Wands? Well, there's some underlying energies here. The 4 of Pentacles, which is, okay, I know what my priorities are. I know what they are. I'm going to work on my priorities. I'm going to work on what's truly important. And it comes with a sense of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. This is great. Now I know. Now I have, there's something here that gives you the freedom to act in a way that's like, it feels so good. It feels so right. And also it helps you to narrow down, it's helping you to narrow down like why this has felt so, why there's been a part of life that has felt so hard. It's helping you to see like what can I do to simplify this situation? What can I do to make it better? What are my focuses? What are my priorities? So while this tower is here, I'm going to go deeper into the tower because I do feel like some of you have new clarity and you have new understanding about something. And I think that is going to energize you. But it does come with a little bit more energy. And I'm going to go into that. This energy that I see here, ultimately, it puts you into action, and that action is good. It's enthusiastic. It's informational. It's flowing. Like it's happening, and I think that's a really good space. So I'll go deeper into this tower because I think it's very. I think I haven't gotten it all. I need to go down deeper into the tower. But your actions from this space, and remember, this is your frequency that you're holding. You're holding this frequency. So there's something about this that it's deep down, like it does kind of connect in maybe with a fear that you've had or with a worry that you've had. And that connection in with this electricity that kind of flows through you, it gets you up and out. It gets you going. It provides some clarity. Maybe there's something to talk about. You might be talking about this with other people, Eight of Wands. Ultimately, this really is about establishing your priorities. Right? It is about holding on to something that's very important to you. And with the Ten of Wands, you might have been really overwhelmed, and this might have been a problem for a while, that you've had so many things to do, so many obligations, so many chores, so many such a difficult journey that it might have just ultimately been so overwhelming. And when this tower energy comes in, I feel like it's more of an electricity. It's more of an electricity that comes in. It really does clear up some things. And I do feel like there are ways forward. It's just maybe the ways forward are more reduced. Like it's not as hard. That's exactly what I'm getting. It's not going to be as hard. It's not going to be as complicated now because like there is some truth here that's really helping you. And I think that that's very empowering. This for Virgo. I do feel like this is a month of empowerment for you. Let's go deeper into the tower because the Five of Cups is a hard energy because what it does is it shines, the problem is revealed. The problem is revealed. And sometimes we really struggle when we don't know what the problem is, right? When we don't know really what the problem is and it's revealed, now we know. And now that we know the problem, now we can make our way forward, right? It's when we don't really know the problem or we're not being forced to see it that becomes hard. And there is some sort of sadness here, right? But this helps to clear that away. It helps to clear it away. It's part of the growth process. It's part of the healing process. So I'm just being encouraged to say, like, this is not something to be scared of. Ultimately, it will bring you into some new freedom. So let's go deeper into the tower. I'm going to start asking for the sign of Virgo now. How does Virgo feel about this tower? 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 One more shuffle. How does Virgo feel about this tower? How does Virgo feel about the tower? There we have the Four of Swords flipping over. So there is like healing here. It does connect in with healing. How does Virgo feel about this tower? How does Virgo feel about it? How does Virgo feel about it? Page of Wands. See? It comes with this excitement. It expands your horizons. It brings in new energy. It could make you a little mad. Page of Wands, sometimes it's anger. It can be fire, right? It's a fire energy. It could be indignation. Hard for me to say that word. I never can say it quite right. It could be a little flare of anger, but it is passion and it does get you going. And here you moving forward with Eight of Wands. I think for most of you, it's like an exhilaration. It comes with an exhilaration. Almost when the thunderstorms move through, it can invigorate us in a weird way, especially for us earth empaths that can really feel the energy in the atmosphere. It's energizing. Is it energizing because it's exciting? Maybe. Is it energizing because now you know? Oh my gosh, it's more like that. Now I know. Now I see. Oh my gosh, it's like that kind of a space. Let's see what else comes out. We have the King of Swords. Now I see. Now I see. And you're off to the races, my friends. You're off to the races here because like something is being cleared up. Something is being brought forward. And it could be brought forward by this younger air sign. A person younger than you. or a person that has less education, or a person that's in a learning position could be brought forward by a student. You know, the youth in our lands can really bring forward interesting perspectives. You know, to the older ones, we're like, I don't know, we grumble about it. But youthful energy can really bring, youthful energy is a catalyst to change. And this is coming forward from some sort of youthful energy. And youthful energy can be scary. It can be dynamic. It can create change. It can be beautiful, right? Because that's the spectrum of humanity. But for Virgo, this is something that it lights your flame. It lights your flame, Virgo. It really does. And I think that you're really in a position where your flame can be lit quite easily, and it's dynamic. And here you are in this place where you have your own independence. You have your own way of doing things. You have self-reliant. You have your own money. You could be receiving. You could be receiving quite nicely in the beginning of the month. I think it's a good month for you. I do think it's intense. And for Virgo, that can be sometimes a little bit disconcerting. But you have the Eight of Wands here, and it's like the answer is here. It's clarity is here, and now you're in action. There is some sort of a different kind of freedom coming to Virgo, and I think it's connecting in with the shadow. I think it's connecting in with the underbelly, and that's the best kind of healing to have. It's the hardest one to get to, but it gives you the most freedom, right? It gives you the most freedom. It connects in with the spine, connects in with the heart center, and I feel like it connects in with the gland that's between the breasts. Is there a gland there? There's something there. I'm not a scientist, but there's something there. It helps to clean that area and purge that area is what I'm getting. Okay, let's go ahead and look at money. Let's look at money for Virgo. Make sure I don't have any reversals I'm putting back. Are these all in the upright? See, they're all in the upright. That's another thing. Okay, let's go ahead and look at money for Virgo. Looking at money. Looking at money for Virgo. Yeah, I just breathed a healing sigh. What a healing sigh is, it's kind of hard to say that. It's when you sigh, but the sigh is kind of jerky. You know, it kind of moves up to the throat. There's a sigh that comes from the heart, and that sigh moves in a jerky way up to the throat chakra. That is a healing sigh. So there's something here for you, Virgo, that's going to be a healing energy that's connected in with the Tower, which is a sudden realization, something sudden coming in. I think it's connected to information somehow. Okay, let's look at money. One more shuffle. Money for Virgo. Money for Virgo. Money for Virgo. Money for Virgo. There we go. We have the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Well, you've reached a certain place of confidence. Now there is more to gain. There's more to be gained. There's more work to do. But when we connect in with the Four of Wands, we are like establishing our confidence. We are becoming okay with our roots. We're okay with our homes. We are okay with our money. Like we really are enjoying a certain confidence in our relationships and our financial structure. So we have that here with the Four of Wands. With the Two of Wands, there is a decision about how to do something. And this is obviously connected in with money. So a decision of what to do. How to pay for something. What to invest in. And as you're moving through it, it does come with this feeling of heaviness. I think there is a decision this month There is a decision this month that Virgos are making, and connected in with the Empress, I feel. Connected in with that strong Empress energy, the mothering energy. Man, that's a tough energy. What we do for our children, we will do anything for them, right? It comes with this grit. It comes with power, right? Not that we don't make mistakes. We know that we make mistakes, but we still have that strength within us to do what's right, right? To do the best thing. And I think that Virgo is having some sort of decision about money here. Ultimately, the goal is to create ease in life. It's to make things better. It's to help make things easier. It's to help bring simplicity in. And usually with the Ten of Wands, like we're realizing, like, oh my gosh, I'm overburdened. I'm not even my same personality anymore. Where did the old me go? I'm just tired. I'm feeling ugly. I'm feeling overwhelmed. That's that. And the goal is to say, okay, where is that feeling of heaviness coming from? Is it, and that's when we're in the Ten of Wands. This really is to like look into, how come we're so tired? How come we're feeling overwhelmed? Why do I feel so tired when I think about my harvest? Well, it's pretty hard to be carrying these watermelons up to the top of the hill over and over again. That's doing two things. It's carrying a heavy load and climbing a mountain, isn't it? I don't know about you guys. I think you guys have experienced this too, but I myself have experienced a lot of manual labor in my life, and I understand, and I think there's a lot of people that have that kind of feeling. Like, yeah, I understand what that's like. I understand. Yeah, it really is like, okay, how do I simplify this? Do I need to buy something? Do I need to buy a tractor? Do I need to set up a conveyor belt? Like, what do I need to do in this picture to help ease the pain? Because we can do it when we're young, but as we get older and our backs start to fall apart and our knees start to hurt, this kind of thing doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. So it feels like that Virgo is contemplating what to do to help ease a situation and bring in comfort and bring in effectiveness, success. And so this probably has something to do with an expense. It could have something to do with a will or a trust, because it connects in with a home. It could have something to do with ease of home. Like, are Virgos here feeling overwhelmed by their friendships? Or are they feeling overwhelmed by their families? Or are they feeling overwhelmed by their work? Two of Wands energy. Death energy flipped over. So there have been some of you that have had to do things in life that you really didn't want to do, or that shouldn't have been expected of you. But with the death energy, we do it because we have to. And it leaves us changed forever. It gives us a hard quality. During the Kundalini, I've been through the death energy many times, and I have now a new hard edge. What to do with the hard edge, I don't know. I think eventually it softens again. Eventually it will soften. That's my hope. But when we go through hard, difficult situations in life, and we go through the death energy, we do come through with an edginess. We come through with our own glistening blade. And we have to be careful with that blade, because we can be filled with anger. We can be filled with hurt. We can be filled with shame. All of those things. Death energy. Let's go into the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Ah, the Fool. See, that's why we get the Ten of Wands. It's going to start to ease up, Virgo, and that's the thing. And that's what we were coming through. That's what came through in the general. There's an ease now. There's a new energy. There's an option. Oh my gosh, it feels like beautiful spring after the cold winter. There's a way forward. There's a new idea. We hadn't thought of this. It's too heavy. We do need to make a change. Oh my gosh, look, God has brought forward an option. Let's look more into the Two of Wands. Let's look more into the Two of Wands. Tell us more about this. Something new. We have the Four of Swords. It brings healing. It brings relief. It brings clarity. The Four Swords. I mean, from my perspective, it's like, what is the ultimate happiness? What is the ultimate truth? How do I feel about this? What am I scared of? What inspires me? All of these things we think about when we're able to be in the Four of Swords energy, when we're able to heal and find peace and have quiet in our lives, we can think about these things. So this Four of Wands perhaps has given you some time to come up with a new option or a new idea. Four of Swords, relief. Empress energy. Yeah, it's connected in with the mother, the great maternal. The mother in all of us, whether we're a man or a woman, all of us have a creator inside of us, the desire to create. We all have things that we care about, whether it's animals, humans, politics, our countries, our children. We all have those kinds of passions. And this is connecting into money. So, it could be connecting into work, the harshness around work, the harshness around poverty. It could be connecting into people in different ways. So yeah, it's connected into the mother. Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Could be connected into a family or a long-term future or money management. But really it's to help to bring in a gentleness in life, an enjoyment in life. And with the Ten of Wands, it can take all the enjoyment away. So you're really looking at flipping the script here is what you're doing. Interesting. Connecting into money. Long-term change, long-term future, enjoyment of life, sharing our wealth, thinking of future generations, our legacies, the future generations, and how they'll experience life. Some of you are looking at wills, you're looking at trusts, you're looking at the future generations. There could be kids, like on our family farm, there's new children now that are growing up. They're going to start to learn, how to work the equipment, how to care for the land. They've been learning about animals. They've learned about animals. Now it's time to learn about other things, right? It's that kind of a thing. For many of you, there could be grandmothers and grandfathers here. All right, let's look at love. Let's look at romantic love. We're going to look at romantic love today. And anything is able to come out. We could be looking at people that are single. We could be looking at people that are coupled. We'll let Spirit bring forward the message, but let's go ahead and look at romantic love. Let's look at romantic love for Virgo. Romantic love for Virgo. Here we go. Here we go, Virgo. Let's see what's here. Let's hear for Virgo for romantic love. High Priestess. She tried to come out earlier in connection to money as well. Just going through the deck one time. Whatever comes out, comes out. Just a one-time pass through here. Ooh, what is this? We have the Two of Pentacles with strength. Well, when it comes to romantic love, we have the High Priestess with the Ten of Wands in a neutral position. So I feel like this, for the Virgo people, there's a realization here that when the trials and the harshness of life is what's the word? When it is confronted, when it is acknowledged, that sometimes life can be made too hard by humans. Humans can make life so very hard. Now, this picture looks like it's from way back. It could even be in Eastern Europe. In Eastern Europe, there's still this kind of work that's going on. So, but in America, from my perspective, this is about easing of life. What kinds of equipment is there that can help us with this? What kind of technology can be connected to? How do other people do it? You know, this kind of, because it's a neutralized energy, it's more of a understanding that's happening in the romantic sense. So it does look like there is a realization by Virgo that when we confront life's hardships and we see them clearly, that's when we can start to take action. And it looks like some of these life hardships have impacted romantic relationships. They've impacted couples. They've impacted how we connect with one another. And this really is a realization that is being made in the soul. And I always feel like the Empress, the High Priestess, is like the soul of the Empress. I always feel that. And that Empress has been strong in this energy for Virgo. So this is like connecting into the soul. It's connecting into the higher self and realizing that, oh my gosh, maybe I have helped make life hard, or maybe I'm understanding why life has been so hard. Now, for many of you, I think that this is a realization that you have, or this is an understanding or clarity that you receive, or that I think it's coming from inside yourself. It's a wisdom that you have. I think it's something that you're acknowledging to yourself. The High Priestess is often a very quiet energy, right? It's very quiet. It's very meaningful. It's hard to say it out loud. I'm kind of having a hard time saying it. It comes with some pain. But the book here is open, right? The book here is open. So I do feel like there is a willingness now to understand. It's not that. It's a willingness now to talk about it, maybe in the future, or a willingness now to open up and see it. Like it's like nothing is something about this book. What is it about the book? What is it about this? Something here. It's like something wants to be said. Something wants to be said. Five of Wands and the Temperance energy in reverse. It's like the fight is going away. The fight is going away. There's a new impatience. It's like there's a new impatience. Oh, these are so interesting. That it's like conflicting energies. The fight has gone away. The ego has adapted. How we think about ourselves, how Virgo thinks about themselves has either expanded or adapted, and so their consciousness, the way that Virgo thinks, a way that Virgo thinks about him or herself, and the way that Virgo thinks about other people. It's like there is less, you know what? It's like it's there. It doesn't even bother you as much. It's like you're just understanding it's human nature. It's human nature. It's been that way through I get it. Even like in the holy books, there have been trials like this. There have been pain like this. There has been hardships like this. From human nature all the way back to the beginning of human record. It's like an understanding, oh my gosh, this is not something special to me. This is something that happens in humanity. This is something that's psychological. This is something that's psychological. It doesn't have anything to do really with something so personal. It's psychological. It's from the brain. It's how humans are. It's like animals are animals. And this is how it's been even in the olden times. And I study body language. I study it from my own experiences having the Kundalini. I've learned a lot about what I call the primal language. And I've watched this old video back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and that humans have the same mannerisms. Nothing much has changed. In fact, people walk the same way. They have the same primal language. I personally don't see any difference in the primal language that we have. Maybe there's a little bit of evolution, but not a whole lot. And I think human beings, it takes actually a long time to evolve into more conscious human beings. We see that as history cycles and cycles and has the same patterns over and over again. And it feels like there's a realization like, okay, this is just how it is. This is something that is psychological. and it brings some freedom. It brings freedom. It helps to to remove oneself from the hurt and the burdens and say, okay, this is just how it's been. And that brings you some sort of freedom. And I think it opens up some new life into relationships where there can just be I just feel like you're at the beginning. There's a group of people here that are at the beginning of finding new enjoyment with one another. I feel like it's with one another. Realizing that maybe it has just been too hard. Maybe we have just been making decisions and bringing complexity in and involving ourselves. Another example is YouTube, for example. When I know that when we do these kinds of readings, if we're not in a good place in our frequency, we can really connect to other people in a very strong way in the same frequency. News stations, I feel, movies, news stations, they work with the sound, right? They condense it. They edit it. They do things with the sound. And every time they do things with the sound, they can change the power of the person's voice. But if we look at YouTube, where everyone has their own channel, I have my own station. Look at all the tarot readers out there. Look at all the vloggers. Look at all the people that have their own podcasts. Everyone is recording a pure sound. And that goes out to everyone around the world. It creates a lot of complexity, not only in our lives, but in our energetic grids, in our energy fields. It's like I now understand that sometimes we do things that create complexity because that's the human nature. Like we have to have a certain amount of complexity. And then Virgo's realizing, but no, I don't. But no, I don't. I don't have to. Right? I can do this and I can do that and I can create that ease. And I think that's what's happening. And once that starts happening, it's going to open up some new energy, some new enjoyment, some new ease in life, where communication can happen again and where lovers can unite again or to come back together again in a harmonious way. But this looks like for Virgo, something that's being cleared out of the energy fields. That's what it looks like to me. Something is being cleared out of the energy fields, or you don't have to be so kind anymore because you don't have to worry. It's like it is just happening naturally, where you don't have to fight anymore because this is just something that happens naturally. It's like some sort of force is being cleaned up somehow, and it probably goes back to that tower where there's clarity there, and that pushes you into some new kind of freedom. And I know this reading is somewhat vague and deep, but I do feel like sometimes we have to get into this kind of energy to help move it along, right? To help move it along. And I think that's what Virgo is doing. There's a group of Virgo people who are moving through an energy field, probably a consciousness that's connected to Virgo, where they're clearing away some of the lower frequency, opening up some new ease in life. And that will help romantic relationships, whether it's long-term coupled people or people looking to connect in with other people of a different frequency. It's cleaning out that low frequency, because once we update our lowest frequency, we can connect into a higher upper frequency, because we all have a certain range that our grid carries. So it looks like you are purging through a low frequency, which will allow your high frequency to move higher, which brings you into new success, new enjoyment, new intimacy, that kind of thing. All right, my friends, thank you very much. I know this was a more intense reading, but sometimes that's what Spirit brings us, and that's what I'm going to allow to be on my channel, because that is the message that's coming through. Wishing you guys all the best this month. Be strong, be healthy, be well, and I look forward to reading for you again in a few weeks. Thank you, Virgo.